Welcome to the Rectify Roundtable, a show all about games and bringing players together with host Scott Anderson.
All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 1 of the Rectify Roundtable. Very excited to be here. I'm Scott Anderson. I'm your host for this show, and excited to be part of debuting this new Rectify gaming production. Every time we go live with this show, we're going to attempt to bring you interviews from really interesting people, really entertaining people. It's really what we're trying to do, just like the guests we have on the show today. Before we dive into that, though, I just wanted to say thank you to a couple of people to make sure that I'm covering my bases here. I want to thank Ty for the massive amount of behind-the-scenes work that went into pulling this show off. I'd also like to thank Zaruga, who's got our production work down for us, and he'll be taking care of that for us throughout the show today. So big thank you to both of them. And as for our viewers, we encourage participation. We would love for you to be a part of the conversation. So feel free to send in questions you may have to our guests. I'm going to be paying attention to Twitch chat for anything you guys might have through there. Or you can send me a DM on Twitter at Scott D. Anderson, and I'll be able to find that as well. We're also going to be doing some giveaways today. Very exciting stuff. We're going to have those done throughout the show, and Ty's going to be taking care of that through our Twitch chat. And so make sure you're inviting your friends to tune in. And don't worry, you don't have to let them know. It's for your own selfish reasons of having those big giveaways pull through. So with all that said, let's get to our guests. This duo is currently ranked 8th in Brawlhalla's 2v2 power rankings, and they're both primed to make a splash during the upcoming World Championships starting on Saturday, November 7th. Lil Capped, Ithrowow, welcome to the show, you guys. So glad to have you here.
Thanks. Good to be here. It's good to be here.
Awesome. So want to get started. For all of those of you who may not be familiar with Brawlhalla, that is what these two guys, that's where their expertise is. And Lil Capped, we'll start with you. How did you get started in the Brawlhalla scene?
Well, I originally started, I saw a video in 2016. It was like top 10 free-to-play games on Steam. And I was watching that video, and it had Brawlhalla on there as one of the top free-to-play games. And I was really into Smash at the time. I was really into Melee and a little bit like into Ultimate and Smash 4 and stuff like that. And so I downloaded it, and that's pretty much where it all started.
You said you were into Smash and some other games before Brawlhalla came along. Talk a little bit more about that. Were you in competitive scene for any of those games, or were just games you like to play?
Yeah, I was for competitive games. I was really into Counter-Strike, so that's like really what like I played competitively, and then that sort of transferred into Melee a little bit. Like I went to locals. I went to like Smash and Splash, which is like a major in Wisconsin. And I like to compete. I wasn't very good at those games. Like I wasn't anything special, but I still was like really competitive. Like I was really into the pro scene, and I was really into all that.
Nice. How about you, Ithrowow? Did you have much experience in fighting games before you jumped into Brawlhalla?
No, I really never played any fighting games other than Street Fighter 4 on the Xbox. But like I only played it with my brother. Like the only games I actually just played and like were I guess decent at was like Counter-Strike and StarCraft, which have no correlation to fighting games. Like never played fighting games before.
Right on. So you guys have been in the Brawlhalla scene for a little while now, right? You could probably consider yourself veterans of the Brawlhalla scene. If you never got into Brawlhalla, though, where do you think you'd be in esports? Do you think you'd be in esports at all? You think you'd have found another niche somewhere? What do you think?
I think I would probably be. I've always wanted to still be involved in esports. I'm not sure if I'd be a player in any game other than Brawlhalla. I'm not sure. I don't think I have it like that for other games, but I still have always wanted to be involved in esports. So I'd probably be like doing some kind of production, some kind of streaming. You know, I would still be involved. Maybe I could pull something off in Tekken, But other than that, I'm not I'm not sure. I'd still want to be involved in esports. Yeah.
Right. How about you, Ithrow? Is that something you really considered even before Brawlhalla, or do you think you'd be somewhere else in esports?
I don't even know if I think I'll be in esports if I'll brawl. I don't think so, to be
Yeah.
honest. Yeah, but I think it'll be cool to be like do stuff around League of Legends. You know, I like that game a lot. I mean, other than that, like, yeah, I don't think without Brawlhalla, I'll be here. Like, I think I'll just be doing school the entire time. Nothing
Right.
else, to be honest.
Right. So, what is it about Brawlhalla that draws you guys to it? I know you guys said you started because it was a free to play and you just kind of got into it. But why do you think it's become sort of your strength as compared to maybe other fighting games? Like, whether it's mechanics, the style. Talk a little bit about that. Lil Capped, we'll start with you.
I think one of the main things is like I got really like welcomed into the community, and the community's been something that like I've been able to stick around with. Like I made a lot of friends through Brawlhalla, and I made like a lot of fans and stuff. So that's a big one, and it's just like the like accessibility of the game. Like it's so like I'm able to just like go in and just play it. Like you can get the queue times are like not even a minute long, and it's really easy to play with friends too. So it's just like it's so easy to play, and that's pretty much what keeps me sticking around. It's awesome.
Sure, Ithrow, what about you? I mean, is this? You said you really hadn't got into much before that. Like, what is it that drew you to Brawlhalla from the fighting game perspective?
This might not sound like the best answer, but I was just super talented. I think like when I first started off the
All right.
game, so I was like, yeah, I think
All right,
I think
well.
just being super good makes you enjoy the stuff even better, and that's especially for Brawlhalla. Like I think if I wasn't really talented, even though like I'm sucking right now, but like I think I wouldn't have played the game more. But like since I got diamond in like 10 hours in the game, I was like, yeah, I think this game is cool. Nothing else.
Nice. Yeah. No, I mean, accessibility has got to be a big part of it. I love playing fighting games. I am not good at any of them really. I think the best one I'm at is probably Marvel vs. Capcom 2. So I mean,
Oh,
got to go a ways back for that. But a lot of them, there can be like a big barrier to getting into it, just from getting used to like how the controls work and
hmm
getting into that community. And yeah, I mean, as you guys talked about, Brawlhalla community seems to be pretty welcoming and pretty friendly. I think having it as a free to play Steam game, I'm sure helps quite a bit. But yeah, I mean, it's good to
definitely.
see that community remains pretty strong. Speaking of that community, how long ago was it that you guys started in the Brawlhalla community?
I
2016,
I
like
2016.
late 2016. Yeah.
I technically started playing in 2016, but I took like a big break and I didn't really get like super into it until 2017.
Okay, so if you're thinking about it in that regard, it's been 3 or 4 years for you guys. Did you ever think Brawlhalla would be where it is today as compared to where you first started?
Not really. No, I don't think
Mm, no.
it would have gotten this big. Shout out to Daiku for helping the Brawlhalla scene get this big. I think when I played 4 years ago, I would just like imagine the prize pool as like only 50,000 a year, but now we're like getting to the 250,000. Like I think it's insane how much Brawlhalla has grown over the year.
Yeah, I mean, I always thought it would grow, but like where it's at right now and where it's like going, it didn't actually seem possible 3 years ago. But yeah, I definitely thought it would grow, but not this much at all.
Yeah, and like, what do you guys attribute that to? I know they've been, especially recently. I mean, they've been really great about keeping tournaments going. Obviously, right now has got to be a really difficult time to get in to have tournaments and to really keep that scene going. Uh, do you think that's a big part of like the continuing growth of the community? Is those consistent tournaments, or
Yeah, I think they just do a great job of like they really do a good job of like communicating with like esports and communicating with like casual. So they do a good job of keeping esports and casual in like a good balance. And so that's something I think is very important.
I think it's also like thanks due to the devs. The devs are really insane. Like the work they put into the game, and like how much like they give back to the community is like crazy, and like how like they basically just like helped to create the esports scene. Without the devs, like all of this wouldn't really have been possible.
That's awesome. So I want to get into each of your sort of specialties from a Brawlhalla perspective. Ithrowow, we'll start with you. Let people know, what character do you main? You know, what's sort of your strategy? Let's just start with your 1v1 strategy. We'll get into the team strategy a little bit. But tell us a little bit about who you main, you know, what your strategy is, and yeah, let's start with that.
So people, I guess, know me for playing Brawlhalla from like a couple years ago, but to be honest, I don't play Brawlhalla anymore. So right now I'm like picking up Jaeyoon, which is the new character with the newest weapon that came out. I think it's a super strong character. So when I play 1v1s, I really wish I could say I have a game plan, but like I feel like when I play, my mind is blank. I just press my buttons and I hit them. Like my game plan is, I guess, hit them and just don't get hit. Like it's just simple as that. There's no hard game plan I have. I play and yeah, I just win.
I mean, hey, if it works, why you know, you don't need to fix it, I guess, right?
Yeah,
What about you, Lil Capped?
I play Bodvar. I've been playing Bodvar since day one, pretty much, just about. And I don't know. My game plan is very very simple. I really I really don't try to be fancy. I don't want to be fancy. I don't do anything special. I just focus on like hard fundamentals. Um, Keep it simple. You know, I don't try to. I try not to overextend and stuff like that. But I've been wanting to branch out to other characters, but like some of my other characters are honestly, I think they're as good as my Bodvar. I don't know if Ithrow would agree.
No,
Some
I
of my
don't
other
agree.
characters, I think some of my other characters could do well, but you know, I like to stick with the Bodvar. He's got too much history. He's too good of a character.
Yeah, I mean, it seems the community, anytime I'm watching and the casters, they're always talking about you and Bodvar. So I think, if
Yeah.
you're going to make a switch, you probably should let them know ahead of time so
Yeah.
they can mentally prepare themselves for that.
Yeah, I go way back with Bodvar.
So, Ithrow, you were talking a little bit about new characters that are coming in, new weapons that are coming in. Like you mentioned, Jaeyoon and the Greatsword came in July, around July, I think, is right.
Yep.
What is your response to new characters as they come in? Do you guys like to try out the new characters and see, if it works with your play style? Also, like with the weapons as well, or do you really just like sticking to where you're at?
I think it's important to try the new characters out and check it out because like the current one right now, it's like kind of broken in the current state, and if you're done playing it, I don't think you're really trying to play to win. Like I think it's important, and for me, like I go into training mode and I test the signatures out and then I try playing other people and see if I really flow with the character, and if I don't, I usually just stop playing it. But with the new character, I'm like kind of feeling it, so I'm keep on playing it. I'm gonna keep practicing it for BCX.
Awesome. Lil Cap, what about you? Have you tried out what's the newest one? Mako the shark, right?
Mako, yeah.
Mako. Have you
I
tried
haven't
out any
really-
new characters?
I haven't really messed around with Mako too much, other than just like in like friendly games, because Mako's not tournament legal, and it doesn't look like Mako's going to be tournament legal. So I haven't really messed around too much with that. But I mean, I've played a little Jaeyoon. I've played against a lot of Jaeyoon, and so that's I don't really think I'm going to be switching off of Bodvar. So I've been just trying to like play against the new weapon. I've been trying to try to find something that works against Greatsword and the new characters.
Awesome. Well, we're going to get to the Great Sword in a little bit. I know there's been like quite a bit of talk around the Great
Mhm.
Sword in the Brawlhalla community. We'll get to that in just a second. First, I just wanted to let people know we're doing a giveaway in chat here in just a couple of minutes. It's going to be for Street Fighter V Arcade Edition, another great fighting game, another great scene in the fighting game community. The keyword to put in chat is Bodvar, so should be easy to remember for you guys. I believe Ty will be spamming that in chat, so pay attention to that if you want to get in on that giveaway. All right, to the Great Sword. I just want to hear you guys' general thoughts about the Great Sword first. Think it's a good weapon? Do you think they need to get rid of it? Like, what do you think? Lil Capped,
You can go first, or you want me to go first?
or Ithrowow, you can go first. What
Yeah,
do you
you
think?
go first.
Oh, okay, sure. I think it definitely is like the most kitted out Brawlhalla weapon that exists yet. I guess it's like with every new edition, if you want people to play it, you have to power creep some stuff, and that's what Greatsword has become. It's very power crept compared to all the weapons. Like there's no weapon that hits that hard and as well as strings you. Like it's crazy. I think like if you make like a Brawlhalla tier list, like Greatsword is on SSS, and there's no other weapon like under it. Like I think it's very, very strong.
All right, Lil Capped, what do you think?
Yeah, when the weapon first like came out and they did the reveal, like everyone agreed pretty much. Like you could instantly like you could see the like potential of it. Like it had all these strings. It had this like strange like nair and recovery and stuff. And so it just took a little bit of practice. Once they made it tournament legal, it just took people a little bit of practice time to realize like this is like way like out of control. Like nothing else can do this. Nothing else is like this. Like it just has a little bit too much in its kit. Like it can do it all and then some. So
So,
I think
like,
it's troublesome for sure.
yeah. So, with that being said, do you feel like the Brawlhalla devs are good about keeping up with nerfs for characters or for weapons like that? Like, is this something that do you think will be addressed, uh, or is it just going to stay where it's at?
I mean it'll be addressed. Like they can see it. Like they've mentioned on the dev stream. Like they can see every region, every player,
Right.
everyone's playing it. They can see that, and they definitely want to do something probably, but like it's hard for them, you know. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think they're gonna have to do something about it. Yeah.
I mean, but I don't think that. I mean, we're on like a world's patch, so they're probably not going to address it until after the year.
Sure.
I mean, it's something unique because usually Brawlhalla they like to announce weapons at the end of the year after the World Championship. So it's kind of weird that they like announced it mid-year. So it was like very awkward. I feel like and it wasn't something that they were really planning to be this broken. I guess.
Fair enough. All right. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do. So you guys are neck deep in tournament time. You guys have been doing tournaments left and right, preparing for World Championships. Like I said at the top, those start on Saturday, November 7th. We got some last chance qualifiers that are happening over this upcoming weekend, Halloween weekend. But then we've got World Champions starting Saturday, November 7th for 2v2s. The week after that, we get into the 1v1 finals. So talk to me a little bit about how you guys are preparing for World Championships, both as 2v2 collectively, and then both you guys compete in the 1v1s as well. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah. So tell me sort of team strategy, what you guys have been doing to prepare for that, and then give me each of your 1v1s strategy going into World Championships.
Well, for twos, throughout the year, me and Ithrow have been trying to figure out. Well, at least Ithrow has. He's been figuring out what we're gonna do for like a team comp because I'm pretty much on the Bodvar guaranteed, and so we found a few things that have worked. So Ithrow has he has a Val that he can use. He's got a Gruagok, He has Hattori, so we've been just trying to find what characters work against what teams. Trying to counterpick specific teams, because once you get like into the top 12, that's when you really have to start counterpicking people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and also like depending on what patch you're on, there's like different metas. So like I like to just switch the weapon and use whatever is like the strengths of the meta. Like like for example, like when Nash was just, I mean Nash is still good, but like I picked Nash because the hammer and spear are just super good right now. Stuff like that.
Awesome. So that's your 2v2s. Lil Capped, you said Bolivar's your guy. He's who you're rolling with on the 1v1 side.
Mm-hmm.
Ithrowow, have you put thought into that? Who are you going to be repping come World Championships?
I'll probably play GU, but you never know. Like I genuinely think it's the best character, but like I might just not be comfortable enough by the time. So if I'm not comfortable, I'll probably go back to like some comfort picks like Nash or Bavar. So I'll see.
Good stuff. So you can give separate answers if it's different for, again, the ones or the twos. But who has been the most frustrating player for you guys to play against during these tournaments?
I mean, I've always had issues fighting against someone like Kosalix, just because it's such a mental game to play against him. It's such a battle of like your mental stamina at the end of the day. So that's someone I've been trying to keep up with for sure. He plays it so well consistently. So yeah, that's someone.
Yeah, for me, I guess like Cody Travis. Like he's just super good. Like I really like. I try to beat him, but he's just better than me. Like there's nothing else. Like I just feel like I'm just getting owned. Like just because he's just better, has like a better understanding of the game, and that's just really frustrating. So yeah, it's just not enjoyable to play against him.
So it like what is that for both the 2v2s or the ones, like depending upon whatever team they're on in 2v2s, you struggle with the same teams?
Kosalix is not so much in twos, but yeah, I just meant for ones. In twos, I mean, I've always had problems with like Phazon. I don't want to fight him. I don't like fighting Phazon. I'd like to avoid him.
But like, what do you think it is about him that gives you guys trouble?
It's just the role. It's just the role he plays in a 2v2 team. Like he played it with when he was on my team. He played it when he was on Remy's team. He played it on Egg Soup's team. He's playing it now on Cody's team. It's just the role he plays. He plays like a support, like backline kind of passive kind of role. And it's really hard to catch him. It's really hard to catch him.
Just say he runs away, man.
Nah.
Hey, running away can be a strategy, man. It's fine. Yeah, so yeah, like how are you guys feeling going into World Championships? Like I said, you guys have been doing a lot of prep getting ready for this. You guys feel good about where you're at going into World Champs, or do you feel like you still have a couple things you want to work on? Tell me a little about that.
I think in general, yeah, I guess we're prepared, but like, and then we still want the most practice we can get because you never know what might happen on tournament day. Like some minor things can like throw off our game plan. So yeah, we're just getting as much as practice as we can.
I'm feeling like really good for the 2v2s. I think we have like a strong like edge on most teams, so I'm not too worried about that. But 1v1s, I'm a little nervous, a little bit. Not gonna lie. Like once you get into the top 32 for 1v1s, it's like for any tournament when you're in top 32, it's like anyone could pretty much beat anyone. So it's really not clear who would win most of the matchups. So and with Great Sword in the game, it's really not clear who could win a match. So I'm a little nervous, but I'm still gonna do my best.
Good stuff. So I want to get into a little bit more of the game itself. maybe tell this for people who may not know, be familiar with the tournaments and like how they work. You guys strike stages when you're picking the matchups. What stage do you want to see the least show up? Like, if you could pick one stage to like immediately cross off the list, what stage is that?
I'm getting rid of Enigma. Enigma it's bad. It's bad. Yeah.
I also agree. I think like platform mechanics in the game could be much better. Like there are test features that are in the game that they never added that help with a lot of platform mechanics. I wonder why, but I don't know. It's like something on their end. So like I try to avoid platform maps, and Enigma is
Yeah.
prime example.
That is the platform map. It's got like 2 on the side, 1 on the top, and platforms in the game they don't feel so good. They don't feel consistent enough. I like my flat maps.
There you go. What about legends? Say you can't use Bodvar. Say he gets striked, he disappears, he's in the void, he's gone. Like, what legend is the one that you would pick, like the last? But like, if you're going down, oh, I can't pick that one, I can't pick that one, can't pick that one. Who's the one that you're ending up with as last?
My last pick.
Yeah, your least favorite one, the one you would use the least, like you think is garbage, just needs to disappear.
I don't think I would ever find myself using like Caspian. I think Caspian is like, he just doesn't like work with me. You know what I mean? Like his gauntlets feel like they're too difficult to use for the reward he gets. So it doesn't make any sense. I don't think I'd ever pick Caspian.
For me, I don't think I think I'll never play Lin Fei. Well, I mean, just in general, I don't think I'll play cannon. I hate cannon. Like, I think it's a good weapon, but like when I play it, it feels super awkward to me, and it's just not my style of gameplay. I can't find myself enjoying it.
All right, so it sounds like a giveaway we need to create one day is to have a community matchup where we have 2 members of the community face off against Lil Capped playing Caspian and Ithrowow playing Lin Fei.
I'm down.
and seeing what happens. That sounds pretty fun. Actually, Ty, write this down. This sounds like a great idea.
Oh man.
All right, so tell me a little bit about. I want to getting back to tournaments. Are you guys superstitious about like using skins or like particular things like that? Or doesn't matter what skin? You're not superstitious about anything when it comes to tournament time.
Oh, that's not a thing of concern for me. Like I just get on and play.
Not
like,
superstitious at all.
Nothing. No, nothing.
All right.
I am a little bit. Yeah, I like it feels like something feels off when I'm not on either Xavier Woods or if I'm not on the Trucker Bold Bar. Something doesn't feel right for sure.
So you're just a little stitious.
Yeah, I'm a little stitious.
Good stuff. So tell me about your guys' favorite moment at a LAN. Best moment, favorite moment, either one.
I mean, there's a lot of good moments. We've had a lot of fun. Like obviously, winning DreamHack Montreal was fun. It's like my first like big trophy. It's right up there. So that was a lot of fun. But it's really just I think my favorite moments at LAN are just like just playing Mafia with like all of our friends after the tournament or before the tournament. That's probably my most fun.
I think the best moment for me is like during 2018 World Champs. Me and Noel, we played against Boomy Remy for top 8, and then like I was in like a 1v1 clutch in game 5 against Boomy, and then like I won, and everyone like behind me, like everyone was just popping off. I was like, wow, I won. It felt super good. It was just insane, like seeing how much people just popped off.
Yeah, you seem like a really excitable guy, man. Like it'd probably take quite a bit to get you to jump up out of your seat. All right, so what do you guys like? Just esports in general. big picture, what do you guys like most about competing in esports? I mean, we talked at the top a little bit about, what would you do if you weren't a part of it? But like, what's really great about it? Things that you guys have experienced in your time in the Brawlhalla scene. What's good about being in the esports competition scene?
For me, it was like something I really, really looked forward to was traveling. Like that was awesome. Like we can't do that right now. It's really sad. But I used to love like I've been to like Canada, I've been to Atlanta like 80,000 times, Boston twice. I've been to Texas, like all these places I never would have got to go without Brawlhalla and esports in general. Um, Meeting all the people, people from Sweden, Denmark, and everywhere. It was nice. I liked traveling, and I liked meeting all the other people who were traveling.
I think like the best part of competing is like sometimes the thrill that you get from playing. Like when you're on stage, like the adrenaline is like pumping. Like I don't know. I think it's a feeling that you wouldn't get anywhere else. It's super nice.
Awesome.
Oh yeah,
That's
getting
great.
a crowd too. That's yeah. I like that too. Having a crowd when you're playing is awesome. I like that too.
Awesome. Yeah. So I want to talk a little bit about that in just a second here. We're going to take another short break here to let you guys know we're doing another giveaway. Man, giveaway number 2. You can see it on the bottom in the Twitch channel here. It's also over in Twitch chat. We're giving away Them's Fighting Herds. The best way I can describe this is like My Little Ponies in a fighting game. So it's really funny. Have you guys played Them's Fighting Herds before?
I have not played it. I've watched it a little bit though. I've watched a little bit.
All right. Well, definitely fun times to be had, especially at the entry price of $0. So if you guys are interested in that giveaway, be sure to go over into the Twitch chat and participate in that.
Wait, am I allowed to enter?
Yeah, sure, why not?
I'll re-roll it if I win it. I want to win.
There you go. It is a good feeling to win. We were just talking about that. So, yeah, like you mentioned, having that crowd behind you. Obviously, right now with things that are happening in the world, we're not having those in-person tournaments. You don't have those big stages with the crowds behind you. How has it been adjusting to the new idea of how the tournaments are working? It could be still quite a while until we get back to how things were before. How has that adjustment worked for both of you?
For me, I just suck online. Like I'm a much better player when I go to the tournaments itself, like with zero lag. Like I think online, like I just like I don't want to say like I get emotional from seeing my character roll back, but like it really just makes me feel like wow, I could have won the game if like that hit on my screen it hit, but like the server didn't register, so it tilts me, I guess, in a way, and that I guess is very frustrating. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely been not the same. Like it feels really it's not the same. Like winning, getting top 8, it's not the same. Like when you win, it's still a tournament, and I like tournaments. It's still the best practice you can get. But you know, there's something missing for sure. Like when you win a game and there's no one behind you like yelling, there's nothing, there's no one there. It's just like, oh, nice. But there's no medals, there's no medals.
Right.
It definitely feels like something's missing without tournaments.
Yeah, you just need to create your own fan section in the back there. Have like your
something like
dog
that.
or something start barking. You do well. So, like I said again at the top, we want Twitch chat to be involved. If you guys have any questions for these two, please drop those into the Twitch chat. I will see them, and we can ask these two guys about that. And in the oh, got a question right now. Perfect. I was gonna riff for a little bit, but this one comes from Willie on the Bodvar. He's on your train, guys. What has been your favorite fan interaction that you've had so far?
I don't remember one.
I remember at Shine. I remember at Shine 2019. There was there was like a there was like a kid, and he was like sitting in front of me, but he like kept looking back at me, and he kept looking back at me, and I wasn't sure what was going on. And after he looked back a few times, he waited a few minutes. He comes over and he's like, "Hey, can you sign this? Can you sign this?" And I was like, "Oh, sick! Yeah, sure, I'll sign it." It's nice to sign stuff. I'm glad people want me to sign their stuff.
Like in 2017, like the world champs that happened in 2017, there was a guy that came up to me, and so like long time ago when I played Brawlhalla, like on stream, I would make my name as long as possible with OWs. I don't know if like it's not a thing anymore, but like I used to. And then he told me that his niece, whenever I was on stream, like he played Brawlhalla on the TV, and then she saw my name and she thought it was really funny, so he wanted to take a picture of me. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Awesome. All right, so this is good. We got another question from RPQ3. He asked, Little Cap, what was going through your head when you guys won DreamHack?
Wow, when we won DreamHack, when we won twos, I was like, even before we won, like when we got into grand finals, I was like already getting excited because I was playing so well, and I was like 99% sure we were gonna win that set. So I was already getting hype, and then we won, and like I was like I couldn't believe it for a second because like Paper Fairy came over and he handed me like this big box, and I was like, whoa, like what is that? That's sick. What's in there? And it was like a big trophy, and I was like, wow, this is my first trophy. So I was really excited. I was really happy.
You can grab it and show it if you want. Like if you said you got the trophy right there, you might
right
as well
here.
show it off.
I have it on my shelf. It's really heavy, actually. It's super heavy.
Oh yeah,
It's kind of a reflection.
there you
it
go.
is. Not bad.
Very impressive. Oh yeah, he said, was there a bracket reset in that championship?
Yeah. We won 6-0.
Yeah. So and that was kind of his follow up. So what were you thinking when you hit that bracket reset and you're like, okay, like now we can do this?
I mean, I always knew we could do it, but like once we reset, it was just doomed for them. Like
Yeah, it was game over.
yeah, it was just doomed. Like that really sealed the deal.
Right. Ithrowow, what are your memories about that?
I was like, it was about damn time, I guess. Like, I felt like I never really like was too happy about it because I think I honestly thought we were gonna really like easily win that tournament. Like based on their everything go to, I was like, yeah, this is free. So it was like that was cool. I mean, I thought it was pretty expecting. I don't know if Kev like thought we were gonna win, but like I genuinely thought like we had really good chances.
Yeah, I thought it was like, yeah, it was significantly increased without Phase on Remy there. I was like, yeah, I thought we had like a 1 in 3 chance. It was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Nice. All right, next question comes. Oh, we got another from Willie on the Bodvar. He's asking some good questions. This one's for Ithrow. He says, during Spitfire episode on Bagel Productions, McFlurry was Ithrow's favorite. Is the Oreo McFlurry still his favorite?
Yeah, the Oreo McFlurry is still the best. Like, I mean, right now, like I haven't really had a McFlurry over the year due to COVID-19. I just don't go out. I'm just chilling inside. I don't. So I really haven't had anything else. So I guess my answer is still the same.
You have to try the Chips Ahoy McFlurry. They just
Chips
added
Ahoy.
it. It's really, really good.
Noah told me that he wanted to take me to Dairy Queen next time for the Oreo shake. I think I don't know what it was, but I'll have to test it, and maybe my answer will be different in the near future.
All right, fair enough. This comes from Sean22. Why don't they practice much together?
I mean, you want to answer?
Like it doesn't even feel like we need too much practice. Like we've won a lot of our stuff, and like we've placed our good placements. We've done with like minimal practice. Like we still do practice before the tournament, but it's not like we don't grind for like the whole the whole week. We like to take it easy.
Like burnout is like a serious thing, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Like I think it's more important to do like VOD reviews and like see how you play, and then like analyze instead of like actually just brute forcing and practicing the game itself.
Right on. Good stuff. This one, this comes from Ty himself. What was your World Championship 2019 experience like?
Well, I lost. Tournament, I didn't do very good in ones. I was really upset about that for like the rest of the next day. So 1v1s was pretty bad for me, but it was still a fun tournament. Like I still had a lot of fun with all my friends, and we got second at Worlds, so that was a big one.
Yeah, that's cool. It would have been nice to him, but second is the next best thing, I guess. Like I think like World Champs like always the most fun experience you can get from Brawlhalla. Like everyone comes to this land. Like other lands, like you have people like skipping out on it because it's not the World Champ. It's not the biggest thing. But like with World Champs, like I get to see everyone. Like there's so
Everyone
much
comes.
people. Like yeah, it's just such a fun experience. Even if I don't place as I want to, like I get to just like chill and relax with the people. So in the end, it's all fine.
Awesome. So you guys have talked a little bit about some of your favorite moments and some great fan interactions. What has been the most difficult moment for you since you started with Brawlhalla?
You have one, Ithrowow? Trying to think. There's been a lot.
Difficult moment, I guess, is Spitfire, eating the wings, if that counts anyway.
That was hard.
Never had something like that at a land interaction, like eating something spicy.
Fair enough.
I had a pretty rough tournament. Like, I had a pretty rough tournament at CEO. I think it was 2019? That was 2018, right?
2019 is when you lost to Axel.
Yeah, was that 2019?
That was 2019.
That was this year? No, this year's 2020.
Yeah, we're almost 2021,
Crazy.
Man.
Crazy. Anyways, yeah, it was CEO. I had a really rough tournament, ones and twos. Like, I didn't have any fun playing in that tournament. in either bracket. I didn't have any fun. So that was definitely a bad spot.
Right on. Well, we don't want to end with a bad spot for you guys. I don't want you leaving feeling that way. So the last question I had for you guys, just sum up your sum up your Brawlhalla experience in general. Like you guys have said, you've been in the scene for 3 or 4 years now. It's been a big part of your lives. Do you guys see yourself sticking with it for a long time, as long as the game sort of has a following? What do you guys think about your future for Brawlhalla?
Are you gonna go?
I don't care.
You go.
Okay. So I think even as a player, or even if I stop playing the game, I think I still want to be in the community itself. I think the community is super cool. I think I like everyone basically. Like even if I stop placing, I maybe want to look into like streaming the game still. Maybe coaching possible. But yeah, I still want to be with the Brawlhalla community.
Yeah, I've had a really good experience. I think it's something I want to stick with Brawlhalla for as long as there's tournaments. I hope I'll be playing Brawlhalla.
All right, good stuff. So where can our listeners, where people watching, where can they find you on social media if they want to catch you? Where on Twitch can they find you? Do you guys have your own accounts you want to share?
Yeah, you can follow me at twitch.com. Twitch.tv/Lil Capped. Twitch.tv/Lil Capped and Twitter.com/Lil Capped. Twitter.com/Lil Capped. Twitch.tv.
There you go. Ty's helping you out by putting it in the Twitch chat. So
same for me, Twitter.com/Ithrowow. My Twitch handle is the same, Ithrowow. YouTube's on the way. And yeah.
All right. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining me today. Really appreciate it. Appreciate you guys talking about the Brawlhalla scene and your experience there. Thank you for your time. Hopefully, we'll be able to catch you guys after Worlds and talk to you about how that went.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Well, thank you guys for participating at Twitch chat. Thank you for sending in those questions. Really helps the show go a lot better. That does it for this first episode of the Rectify Roundtable. Be sure to keep an eye on the Rectify Gaming social channels for announcements of upcoming shows, as well as news and updates on our esports teams and other content creators. We're going to have a lot of our content creators on in the future. We're going to look at getting some game devs and stuff like that as well. So be sure to tune in then. But until next time, I'm your host, Scott Anderson, and thanks for watching.